My name is Jaden Sular. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I'm a warehouse manager in Durham, North Carolina. I really like the people that I work with. I'm really lucky to feel like we have a really solid group of people that are all working towards the same goal. A lot of the work that we do is with e-commerce and shipping, so we're really just trying to finish projects and get shipped goods out to our customers. Obviously, we're facing a lot of uncertainty in our current political climate, and to be perfectly honest with you, that does affect a lot of my employees' mindset about how they're feeling. Obviously, security is something that we all value, and the ability to get back and forth from work or even leave your house is something that a lot of us take for granted. But with the introduction of a lot of new legislation and executive orders, a lot of that has changed and been thrown up in the air, which obviously affects the people that work for us and how much I can trust that the people that we need to show up to work every day are confident enough to show up. Unfortunately, it breaks my heart because I have a lot of sweet older ladies that are then in my office crying after they get off the phone with their immigration lawyer because the immigration lawyer can't tell them anything and can't promise them anything, even if they have documentation or assurances that they came into this country with. Obviously, for security purposes, I'm not going to go into great detail, but one of the people that I work closely with is a Hispanic mom who is already dealing with the hardship of a child that's on the spectrum and is having to navigate how to communicate with the school system that also does not have a lot of resources for somebody that doesn't speak English. And so on top of all of that, now we're introducing even more hardship into her life as she already dealt with stress of driving back and forth from work. And I think often people make light of that and don't understand the fact that we all have to pay our bills and all need a job. So the job is a need. So even though you might be facing hardship to acquire a license or insurance or do things all the right way, at the end of the day, we all need a paycheck. So you're already going to work, basically praying that you're not going to get pulled over. And then you have to go back home and continue to care for a child that is already, facing their own issues. And so it's heartbreaking to me to know that, this woman who is the kindest woman I've ever met is already dealing with so much hardship and working so hard in her own personal life. And now we as a country are trying to essentially uproot that life, the life that she's been creating and building for the last few decades. With this new administration, those fears have increased substantially. I have people that either have work visas or came here seeking citizenship and are in that process, which we all know is not very efficient. And now, even if they had been made some assurances, prior, now those assurances are unfortunately completely washed away, which is incredibly sad to witness. And it makes me feel a lot of shame as an American. It's my vision that this country and this world is for all people. It's how this country was founded and makes this country great. And to know that we are enacting legislation that is directly counter to that goal really does break my heart. And to know that we have such hardworking, kind people being turned away, or people that have lived here for decades that are now being hunted is an incredibly sad thing to see. I think the biggest thing is that obviously we can see things on the news or hear about different stories, but at the end of the day, these are people, our neighbors or the people that we work with that are striving for a better life and often doing work and jobs that, other people don't want to do. And so I think what we need all to remember at the end of the day is that these are human beings, and often they are some of the kindest, most hardworking people that I've ever met. And so I think we just need to keep that in mind when we're having these conversations, because I think it's very easy to demonize and cast out a single group of people, when in reality these are individuals that have lives just like us. And for me, that helps me have a lot more empathy for people's situations.